bring together a group of remarkable people.
To see if we could become something more.
So when they needed us, we could fight the battles
that they never could.
In time, you will know what it's like to lose. To feel so desperately that you're right, yet to fail all the same. Dread it. Run from it. Destiny still arrives.
Evacuate the city. Engage all defenses. And get this man a shield.
Fun isn't something one considers when balancing the universe. But this does put a smile on my face.
Let me get that right. Good evening, everyone. Hello again. Yes, it's Dermotron. I am back. Yes, after doing the most boringest watch along in the world, Paul. Well, I wish I could have put darts in my eyes. We actually got to the point, Paul, where we're doing the watch along, right? You know what it was like? We started talking about computer games.
Wow.
That's how boring West Ham were.
Gotta love a 0-0 draw, though. I love taking points out of the table, you know.
Yeah, but that's our first ever 0-0 watch along. How long I've been doing watch alongs, that was my first ever 0-0. It was the most boringest 0-0 ever. But anyway, big up to Daniela Zito. Firstly, before getting to, sorry, Daniela, how am I rude? I am so rude. This man's taking time out of his day. He's sitting in a lovely bush somewhere. A kangaroo will come passing by. He's going to go, Paul. Paul's going to go, what, Skippy? What, Skippy? Ange's down the well. He needs players. All right, let's go and get Levy. I can see you.
Oh, no. No, you misunderstood. It's Eric Dier's down the well, so we can go and have a cup of coffee. Don't worry about it.
So tell Skippy to leave that one. He can stay.
Yeah, don't worry about it, Skip. You're all right, Skip.
Paul, how are you, sir? It's been a long time since it's been on the channel, and it's great to have you back on, sir.
Yeah, no, pretty good, man. I've been, we've been miscommunicating.
Typical men.
Yeah, I know, man. I know. No, yeah, I'm looking forward to getting stuck into some news that you've got here. You've teased me, Dermot. You've teased me. So it should be a good show, this one.
Yeah, I like teasing you, Paul. I like just giving you tidbits. But anyway, let's see who's in the chat. Who's actually up at 20 to midnight my time? What time is it your end?
It's 10:36 a.m. tomorrow.
So, anything happened in the world? Is the world still turning?
I think we're all right. We're still all right. Well, the world ended in 2000. We're just still all hanging around. So,
Yeah.
Shame.
It's a shame. Go on, Paul.
A friend of mine came out with a good one. He said, "There's more in 24. More what? Just more of what we've got. It's just more of that."
So basically, what you're saying is, 2000, the world went kaboot, but we're just all waiting here for a bus.
Just hanging around, aren't we?
Yeah. Waiting for number 32 to come down the road. Yeah, that's what we're waiting for. Daniela, good evening, Dermot. I hope you had time to get some rest. Yeah, I had an hour and a bit. You must be shattered with all the effort you put in. Look, no, I do it because I enjoy doing it. It's not a job for me. It's just enjoyment, bringing you news and views and Paul from the bush. That's all I'm going to say. It's that big up, Dara. Hey, have you heard in truth and Diane the babbler rumors? I think that's what they are, just rumors. Every year we get linked to him. It's a bit like Harry Kane. It's like they must go into their reporting room, Paul. What we're going to talk about Tottenham today? Well, I did have this in my drawer since 1994. I think we might just recycle that. So I think that's what's happening. But big up to Dara. Hot God 10, big up, good evening all. And also, it's Carl, the Kangaroo Simpson. It says, I'm still here. I call him something different every day. Tomorrow now be Carl the Clown Simpson. Oh, no, you're not a clown, Carl. No, that's a bit harsh.
Such a harsh critic, man.
Yeah, it is harsh. He's a very harsh critic.
Speaking of harsh critics, just to let you know, like the Australian media over here uses any excuse to start slamming on Ange Postecoglou. So last weekend it was, yeah. So, Ange loses his cool, in the dugout, which I thought was fantastic. I thought Ange was brilliant doing that. Loved it.
I thought he was going to knock your man's head off at one point.
Hey.
I tell you, I was doing the watch along and doing it with Philip, right? And I was going, go on, Ange, go on, get in there, son. Get in there, son. Yeah. Even the Celso wanted to pop at them. It was like,
yeah.
But that's what he brings.
We got some feisty spirit, man. That's what's happening. Yeah.
But that's what he brings, isn't it? That's what he brings to the team. That sort of, I don't know, you would die for each other. Do you know that sort of?
Absolutely.
And we've got a few more people jumping in as well. Irish top. What is this I've been treated to? Hey. I hope you feel better, Dave. Yeah, this is the Paul and Dermo comedy show where we're coming. Paul's coming from a bush somewhere. A kangaroo's going to go jumping by him. And I'm coming from some cave in Wexford where I'm hiding from Paul's. He sent some plane over to pick me up, but he ain't going to get me.
No.
It's like you and me do the build up, and I love doing the build up with you, by the way, Paul. You and me must be the two most delusional Tottenham fans in the whole world, and I don't care. I love it.
It's not delusional because we've got a shot, man. We've got a bloody shot, and it ain't just our league position. It's the football we're playing. I'm so excited about it, man. I don't know what our chances of winning the league are, but we've got a bloody chance. I'm telling you that, man.
I'm so determined we're going to win the FA Cup this year. I'm just convinced it's our trophy. I mean, I was saying it the other night, Paul. I was a teenager the last time we won that trophy.
Me too. I was 18 years old. Look, there was none of this slaphead stuff going on. I had long, flowing blonde locks. Look what's happened to me. Look what being a Spurs supporter does to you.
So you were the good-looking fella standing in the shelf end then with the two blondes either side of him. Was that you?
That's it, man. One of them might have been Kuva.
No, Kuva was with Mansell Fox somewhere in the North Stand. That's what he was doing. Yeah, that's where he was. Right. Big up, Dave. I hope you're feeling better, sir. And happy New Year to you Dave. And Emily. Daniela, big up, Dave. We've got Boris Bitwell. That cutie decision to bite back at Argentina commentator. Who was he trying to slander? Yeah, exactly. That was brilliant from Cutie.
What happened there?
A reporter was slagging off Ange, basically, and Cutie turned around and said, "Don't you dare slag off my Ange. Don't you dare slag him off. We're going to win something under this man. It's special. Something's bubbling." And then we've got Carl Simpson. Hey, Dave, you're not feeling 100%. Get better soon, mate. And also Carl Simpson. What are the betting odds of the Premier League? Look, I've said it before, Paul. We are going to do a Leicester. I'm convinced we're going to do a Leicester. It has that vibe. It has that, I don't know, something special is in the air.
If we, look, I know it's ifs and buts, but if we didn't have our Chelsea crisis, so that's when it all went to shit for a bit, we'd still be top of the league. I'm convinced of it. We were playing the best football, and our first 11, I think, is the best in the Premier League.
Yeah, and also it's like we would have been 5 points clear.
Yeah.
It really makes you think what we can achieve. And look at Celtic. No disrespect, they're doing shit this year. I've watched them.
Yeah.
They're missing Ange. So, Ange,
totally different style of football, isn't it?
Yeah.
I watched the second half of the Old Firm game, and the atmosphere is not the same.
No, go and get Kyogo, bring him down to the Premier League. There's a striker. There is. I'll tell you one thing.
He's been struggling a bit, hasn't he, this year? I don't know why.
He's missing Ange. That's what he's having a hangover from Ange.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah, I think so. And Dandiana, if Foster starts on Friday, I have a bad feeling we'll lose. We need Vicario's in goal, Daniela. Don't worry. He will be in goal. Well, let's start with Dave's favourite player. I know he loves him. He's got a picture of him next to his bed. He kisses it every night when he goes to bed as well. Of course, it is Mr. Eric Dier. Dave loves this man. He says he should be Spurs captain. There should be a trophy of him and everything.
Should be a statue.
Yeah. There should be. You wait for Dave for the comment coming into him now in a minute.
Then pigeons can crap on him every day.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea, actually. Can we not get a few eagles as well?
Yeah. Just, if your dog needs to go for a wee, there it is.
Yeah, we'll put a big sign up there. Dogs wee for free. Anyway, West Ham have contacted Tottenham about a deal for Eric Dier. Beautiful. And also to add to that, I got this evening actually. Eric Dier has been informed to look for another club this month as a deal for Radu gets closer to being finalised. Now, let's start on Eric Dier. How much good news is that to you, Paul? I mean, is that just going to have you skipping all day?
If he goes, that is a great transfer window in itself. Yeah. I don't care what else happens, man. I mean, you saw it at the game against Bournemouth. He comes on 1 minute later, they score because he was doing his hands behind the back crap again, wasn't he? So I can't wait for him to go here. And he was first off the pitch. You know, the players clapping the fans, and he just buggers off.
I mean, Paul, I was doing the watch along with Philip, and I said, "Oh God, here comes Eric Dier." And next thing you can see him, doesn't put his leg out. He doesn't do anything. He just stands there like he's a cone.
Yep.
And he'd really, I would urge people go and watch Paul's video of Eric Dier in a cone.
Well, a cone's more effective because you could trip over it. Eric Dier always keeps his distance. You need to do a second video to that cone video. You know that, don't you?
Oh,
I tried, but it wasn't up to scratch. So that's in the B-roll archive somewhere.
Yeah. So listen, but Eric Dier, do you think he will go to Sporting Lisbon? Do you think he'll go to West Ham? Where do you think he might go? Where's the destination, do you think, for him?
Well, Sporting Lisbon is the only club he ever loved. That's what he was saying when his agent was looking for a place for him to go. I don't care. I don't. No. I mean, what's he gonna do at West Ham? He's not a defender. He can't defend in the Premier League unless they use him as a crappy midfielder. I don't think he can defend anywhere.
No,
that's the thing. Like you saw, you know, Davison Sanchez. Okay, not good enough for us, but at least he could do a tackle. And now he seems to be doing really well at Galatasaray. So good on him, you know.
Yeah, he really does, Paul.
Yeah, but I don't see Eric Dier being able to do that because he doesn't defend at all.
He can't
Look
defend.
At this guy, get him in.
Yeah. Now, also, before we talk about Radu, as I can't pronounce his surname, so I'm just going to call him Radu. Breaking news, Spurs news, Papa Sarr, as we broke earlier today, has signed a new long-term contract at Tottenham, valid until 2030. Only destiny left now to get onto a new long-term contract. Paul, you must be over. I'm over the moon with this deal. It's great to get him on a long-term contract, and it shows that players now want to put pen to paper. What worries me is players getting bigger money and the hunger going. But do you think we won't get this from this group of players? Will we? Ange won't let that happen.
Look, it's a tricky one, this, isn't it? I mean, look, he's a fantastic. Pape Matar, I love the kid. I think he's such a good footballer. I just don't like the idea of 6-7 year contracts, man. I just don't. I mean, I suppose if that's the way the world is in football, then he deserves it. Yeah. But I think 3 year contracts. But it's all money in it because they want the option to resell him maybe later on. But no, I'm glad he's sticking around. I'm glad. Is there any news on if his injury was serious or not? Is he going to miss out on AFCON?
No, for what I'm hearing, what I'm hearing is not as serious as it was. So he could be going to AFCON.
Good.
Velez is left in the boot, so I don't know how serious his injury is. But for what I'm hearing now, no, I think Papa Sal will be okay. Now, I went through all this today, guys, with you, of course, at 4 o'clock, so I won't go over it myself. But this is the news I got tonight. Spurs' starting position was to try and do a deal for 17 to 20 million pounds, even though Genoa have been pushing for 25 million quid. As for lunch today and into this evening, parties not too far, and expect a deal to be completed very soon. He was Ange's number one target for the centre-back position. And Van der Ven, he believes that him and Van der Ven would become an unstoppable force in the Premier League. So that begs the question then, does that mean he's coming in to replace Romero then? If he thinks him and Van der Ven could be an unstoppable force?
Oh, no, I think they would. He's saying they play well together. I mean, if you look at it, you know, centre backs need a fair bit of rotation. I think. I mean, they're both out at the moment, so they're all going to get minutes, man. They're all going to get minutes. And also, you know, you've got to think of next year if we're in the Champions League or a European competition. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get comfortable here without doing a bit of OnlyFans on you. There we go.
It is past 9 o'clock. You're all right, Phil. We're all right,
after the watershed, am I? There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we need, whatever way you slice and dice it, we need a squad of 25 first team players, and because you can see what happens when you know, when we're playing our B grade teams. Sometimes they pull it off. So a lot of them you can't rely on. So yeah, brilliant. I think it's brilliant. And also, you know, competition, it will make Van der Ven and Romero up their game as well.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it's going to be, I mean, to think of them being even better is criminal on the other teams in the Premier League.
It is. And what I like about this defender, he's very good with his head and he's quick. And his passing ability, Paul, it's second to none. It really is. Look, Napoli have completely discarded their interest in signing central defender Radu, as the player is suspected to join Tottenham Hotspur immediately during this January window. Now, what I'm hearing is, now the latest other bit I've got was, which I didn't put onto here, is that what I was told tonight, and I'm actually going to go onto my WhatsApp page and just try to find exactly what was said. Let's see now. Basically, Ange wants it still done before Friday. He wants Radu in the game, in the team before Friday, and that's what we want. But listen, everyone, please hit the like button, hit the subscription button, pick up your memberships as well, $1.99 to $4.99. Do send a no super chat if you can, and also
you do the cheapo memberships as well. That's what I do.
Yeah, well, you got to.
Yeah, that's right, man.
You know, we're not like, we won't charge them more or less than €50 to join us, you know.
Oh, that'd be great. Look, if we get him in before Friday, fantastic. None of this Pedro Porro leaving it to the last minute rubbish, you know.
Look, 25 million, Paul, 30 million euro they're looking for, 35 million euro. Can you see it around 25 and then put the rest on add-ons? Do you see how that deal could be put together?
I'm not, you know, I'm not too fussed about the money. I just care about the football. So whatever they got to do, you know, if we can afford it, we'll do it.
Yeah. Now, talks between, of course, I said this today, but I reform it again, but talks between Tottenham and Nice for John Clare to Dabu have collapsed. And I tell you why it's collapsed, because it is going to Manchester United, because Sir Jim Ratcliffe does own Nice as well as United. So there was only one team he was going for, and that was United. So he is going. So I think we got the better deal, actually. Now, of course, we all know Reguilon has returned to Spurs this month. He's been told to leave. And I went through all this earlier with the guys, that his loan options are being considered. But I found out tonight that his loan Spurs are exploring options for Sergio, considering a sale or a loan move to Bournemouth, Seville, or Villarreal emerged as interested parties. Now, where do you think he would be suited? Look, I'm looking at Bournemouth, thinking he could do well there. But I'm more thinking, would he want to move back to Spain? So where do you think?
I think Bournemouth might be a good move for him, because the Bournemouth are sort of going places, aren't they? They're probably going places more than Manchester United at the moment, anyway. You know. But as long as he's not coming back to Tottenham, that's good. I mean, I was laughing my head off about what we've loaned him. Manchester United have taken him on a loan. They must be terrible.
Well, they only took him on because Luke Shaw and the other left back was injured. Now Luke Shaw's back fit now, and they've got Ten Hag. I'm hearing tonight could be out of a job. By the way, That's also what I'm hearing tonight. He could go between the Premier League break. He could be out of a job. So there could be management changes at Manchester United as well. But Dave's really happy. He's already out of his bed now, running around the room.
Is he talking about Romero and Van der Ven there? That's a bit insulting, Dave.
It is a bit insulting to Van der Ven.
Oh, where's your respect, boy?
You know, you can't talk about Romero and Van der Ven like that. No, I think he's talking about Dier. He's running around the room, right? Jansen doing the jig, and Emily's looking at him thinking, back into bed, boyo. Get back into bed.
I can't wait for him to go, man.
I tell you what, the day he goes, we'll do a celebratory stream, Paul. You, me, and Dave. We'll just go on and we'll just slate him for about half an hour solid and then just go off. That's it.
Have a look at his career highlights.
Yeah.
And that's the end of that.
Hang on, Paul. I've got his career highlights. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you again.
There we go.
We've got Bournemouth here. We've got Carl Simpson here. Bournemouth is best for him and will keep his value high. That's actually a very good point. Carl says, Radu, apart from me waiting to call him Ragu, like the pasta sauce, will be in by tomorrow. I'm hearing that as well. I'm expecting that. I'm expecting to get a text actually any time now, actually. Knowing my luck, it will get the text as soon as I come off this. Knowing my luck. Destiny did sign the contract. That's true. I'm sorry. That's my mistake. Boris Britt, it also seems like Velez's injury isn't serious since he's on Insta. He wasn't in the cast, and then that's brilliant, Boris. That is good news.
Great.
It would be funny to see Dier go to West Ham, and then we get to play them at least 2 times a season if he's included in the squad.
Yeah. Do that. Let's do that because we know all you got to do is run at him.
He'll run out of the way. I don't want to.
He just runs out of the way.
Yeah.
It's like 2 North Pole magnets. That's his defending.
It's a bit like you remember the Roadrunner, Paul?
Yeah.
The Coyote. Eric Dier's the Coyote, and Tottenham are the Roadrunner, right?
Yeah.
And he'd be like, yeah, that's it.
Oh, that'd be great to smash in 5 goals past Eric Dier. I'd love that.
You, me, Paul, I'll be some watching longer. It'd be called Tottenham against the Diers. Right.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it won't be done for Friday. There is talk since the 29th, since 2 days to Friday. He will be in the United. Can definitely, if the deal gets done. Daniela, I know if Ange wants it done before Wednesday, Ange will get it done before tomorrow. I guarantee you that. We need big up, Lynn. Jamez, haven't seen you before, but big up. Welcome to the channel. Please hit the like button, notification bell, and please subscribe. We need a super club. Oh, yes, we do. Oh, yeah, we are a super club. Tottenham are the best club in the land. Carl, the fridge and the bubbles made a match. Exactly. That's just exactly, Carl. And it would be a rush for it to be announced tomorrow. Him to fly to London tomorrow, have a medical and work permit in time. What I was hearing on that, Daniela, is the medical's already been done, and the work permit's already been put in. So I think it's not. Hello, you're right, Paul.
Yeah, I was just looking for a park bench to sit on because I'm not very comfortable. That's all right. I'm listening. Sorry, man. Don't mind me.
This is the transfer stream plus a roving report from the wilderness from Paul.
I found one. I'll walk and talk. If it's too distracting, switch my camera off, man.
This is now Paul walking to a bench. Now I can do it in the what's that for? There's a man here in the Australian outback just walking in the park, looking around.
Got a bit of a treat here. I don't know. Here it is.
He's found a blonde next to him. Oh, you got a goalpost.
Yeah.
Oh, go on,
I didn't bring my football with me. You
should have brought your football. Anyway, I understand you bought Daniela. Carl Simpson. Daniela has already completed his medical. We just need to sign off with the club. That's it. And Lynn says, and Spurs should sponsor the Saudi Public Investment Fund. Yeah. On that point, we shall move on. Now, Spurs to Gallagher. A lot of people saying Gallagher is a waste of money. He's not good enough. I think he is good enough. And look, Spurs deal for Gallagher becoming more unlikely due to the fee demand that Chelsea are asking for. Daniel has made it clear that he will not overpay for any player this January. Paul, do you think that's the right thing from Levy, saying, right, we will buy players, but I'm not going to overspend on them because we've been caught out before?
Yes and no. I don't know. So what were they asking for? 35, 40? Is that too much for him? I don't know. If he's like a midfielder of the caliber that we need at Tottenham, isn't that what you'd be paying? So
what they're looking for 50, 60 million from, and this is where
piss off.
Yeah, exactly.
Chelsea scumbags. They're always the same, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't blame. I had somebody in the chat saying that all the usual crap, Paul. Oh, Levy won backhand. It's manager number 25 or whatever. And I think I just called them out for bullshit. What it was.
It's bullshit so far. I think we'll see how the window goes. But so I think Ange has got the personality type to get what he wants. It's his club. Yeah. He's not like a moany old Conte or Mourinho. He's a forceful but good guy. So I think Levy. I wouldn't be surprised either if Spurs' revenue had shot through the roof compared to the last couple of years. So Levy would be liking that. So he'll want to keep Ange around, keep him sweet.
Yeah, and he will get. But look, I would love Gallagher at Spurs. I don't know what people in the chat think, but I would love him at Spurs. I think he's done brilliant at Crystal Palace, by the way, and I think he's been good for Chelsea as well. We've got a few people here. David saying we should keep Rego as a backup to Destiny. Now, I did sort of say that today, but Mia was saying to me, no, get rid of him. I then got thinking about it. What would you do?
I'd get rid of him because we could always use Van der Ven as a backup left back.
Yeah.
I think he would be better than Reguilon. Nah. He's not. He's like, he's like another Ben Davies, Emerson Royale. I think, if we get keep these players hanging around, it's no good. We want to upgrade them.
I want to say big up to Shamu as well. It says the only psychedelic transfer Spurs show on YouTube. Of course it is.
Hey Shamu, man, Dostoyer.
Of course it is. Me and Paul are trying to bring something different to transfer shows, just make them a little bit different. Paul's so knackered now, he's sitting on the park bench.
I found a park bench. There we go.
What you got next year? A bottle of stout? Cider?
Yeah, just a brown paper bag. It's lucky I've got the phone in my hand, because if people were walking past, they throw coins at me if I was just sat here looking like this. So you're making me look like a productive member of society, Dermot.
Yeah, you might make a few quid though, Paul. Think about that.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, just throw me a couple of quid. You get to say hello live on YouTube. Use it to our advantage.
Yeah.
$5 a go. You can't go. You say hello to YouTube. Hello. Carl says Gallagher's situation's a bit of a mess. Chelsea cannot afford offer wages he wants to renew his contract. This is the problem, isn't it? Chelsea and FFP. So, no, my thing is this: do you think well, look, we'll go on with the Gallagher thing. The question I will ask you, Paul, is 40 million is the maximum price Danny will be making available for the Gallagher deal at the moment with slight wiggle room, but he will not pay over the odds for a player. Chelsea are pricing out the move. Look, for me, so the question to Paul is this: do you think a deal will be done before the end of the window on this one?
Well,
this won't be done quickly.
Well, Chelsea need the cash, don't they? Because they can't keep spending. They're not. They're at risk of being relegated already, along with Man City, two cheating clubs. People look up to these clubs, or look up especially Man City this, Man City that. They're cheats. They're cheats. So you don't want to follow them. Look, put it this way: if Ange wants it, it's going to happen, isn't it?
Yeah, I what's the point? Says Gallagher is worth 50 million. Levy's a cheapskate as per you. I see. I don't agree to this, and I'm not going to start arguing now at midnight tonight. What's the point? You've got to judge him at the end of the window. We're not going to overpay for Chelsea. Are going to try to sting us for every. The history between us and Chelsea, Paul. It's never been it's never been an easy one. But I just think Gallagher's worth 40 million. Even do 40 million plus do the rest on add-ons.
Well, maybe this could end up being a bit of a smokescreen, like when we're in the hunt for David Raya. And everyone's just, just bloody buy him, just put the money down on the table, and then we get Vicario for half the price. And look at him. So there might be, I wonder if there's another, and that sort of came out of the blue a little bit. I wonder if there's another midfielder that we're actually looking at as well.
Do you know
because
what?
then Chelsea have got no bargaining power, have they?
Yeah, I've heard that actually. But look, aren't we so glad we went for Vicario instead of Raya?
Dude.
I know.
He is the best.
Do you know, we've got, oh God, good night, he says. Good night, all me. I was struggling to stay open. Big up. Dave, we've got Carl saying Paul is the new David Attenborough. There you go, Paul.
Here we have.
Yes. Here we have an Australian man sitting in a park looking for the kangaroos to play with his crickety-doo. Daniela says, good job. Yeah, I couldn't say it how I want to say it. I'd be banned. And you'd be doing little signs at me too, right? How has he completed his medical but not even being at Spurs training ground? That's good. That is already done. It was done where he was, for what I'm saying. And we've got Mr. Dave says, "Oh, we've done that one. Where's Dave?" We've got Gallagher saying, "Oh, we've done that." God, I'm so behind, Paul. I am so behind. It's midnight here. I'm just tired. Radu has a ball control under pressure. It's no better than Dier's, mate. I've even had to have a message from a Romanian who's followed his career. Paul's so silent on that, he just shrugged his shoulders.
No, if what you're saying, I'll take what you're saying as fact, not fiction, that he's Angie's choice, Angie's number one pick. Well, I don't care what he can and can't do if Ange reckons he can do it. You know what I mean?
Ange can make a garden gnome look like prime Maradona.
That's it, man.
Yeah, exactly. Shamu says, and Hotspur hippie cam on tour of Sydney Park. Exactly.
That's it.
Yeah, my watch-along stage, they will be so much more less stressful without dying now. Just Dave was to go.
Yeah.
Poor old Dave.
Man.
He does go through it, though.
It is fun. I'll have to watch yours. I didn't your reaction, but I watched Dave and Jack's reaction to the last two games when Dier came on, and it's just brilliant.
I was Sunday. I was slagging off Richie. Right, I went into a massive Richie rant. Right, and Philip, who was a bit ahead of me, saw Richie had scored. Right, right, and he never told me. Right, he
just let you go.
Yeah, I just went
hung you out to dry.
Yeah, and Dier came on. We see that guy. I said, "I told you." Within 2 minutes, that fucker comes on and he fucking lets it go. Then I blame him.
Yeah, incredible.
Carl says Andrew will coach Radu and help him get better. All is good. I thought Santa Claus was finished delivering presents to the children, but now he's on the stream with Dermot. Yeah, that's true.
Gandalf, mate, the Wizard of Oz.
I thought you looked a bit like Lord of the Rings, actually, to be fair.
You shall not pass, Eric Dier.
That's it. Either that or the man out of Harry Potter.
Oh, Dumbledore.
Dumbledore.
Nah,
I just love your beard. I've always loved your beard, Paul. I've always have. It just looks just.
You can have one too. You just do nothing for a few years and it all happens.
Yeah, and then my missus would hit me over the head with a frying pan and give me a razor.
Right.
Yeah. Reggie is a Spanish version of Sega. I think Ryan is a bit of a player on his own, to be fair. I don't think Reggie's.
I forgot about that guy.
Yeah, apparently he's still injured, but apparently it says when it says return date, it has unknown. Which is quite funny.
Dear.
What's the point? Says Gallagher is one of the best ball receivers in the Premier League. His running is excellent. He's playing in a different position, Chelsea to Crystal Palace 3. Look, I agree with you. He says Gallagher is worth 50 million. We haven't read that before. Shimo says, I don't think they would sell him as his vice captain to James, who is at injured plus Chelsea. I think they will, actually. They need the money. Drogba isn't good enough to boo. Where is it? Sorry, to Tabaibu is perfect for Ange. Any news on that? Well, look, I think that deal will be completed tomorrow. Exactly, Dermot. Gallagher was brilliant for Palace. I think he'd be brilliant for Tottenham, but we need to get him at the right price. Best of TH. Hi, old big up beast of TH. Hope you're doing, sir. Dara is, as Paul comes back in, Dara, I think he is £50 million player when you take the English tax in. I suppose he is, yeah.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, that is very true, actually. Say no to drugs and magic mushrooms, children. Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Wait till you're 25.
Yeah, when you 25 is about the right age. I think you're right, Paul. Yeah, yeah. And also do it responsible as well. Be responsible while doing it. Do everything in responsibility.
They don't have to put a downer on things. Like every beer advert is drink responsibly, and that's not the point.
I don't drink anymore, Paul, so I don't know. I couldn't drink responsibly, so I don't drink anymore. Well, there is Boris said, well, there's one who is completed all-around midfielder. Dier from Brazil. He is still in Brazil league. He is perfect DM style. Yeah, I've heard about him. He's very good. Carl says, Tudai Booth moves completely off the as reported earlier and reported yesterday. Nice don't want to lose him until the summer, and then Nice will sell him to United. That's where he's heading. The beast of Tottenham Hotspur says Gibbs White is a brilliant player. I would resemble Mickey Hazard. He does. He does make me think about
really?
that. Yeah, he does. Wow. Talking about Gibbs White, a deal for Nottingham Forest Morgan Gibbs White seems unlikely this January. Forest making it clear the player is currently not for sale. That will run and run, I think, Paul. That deal will run and run. For me now. Look, this came out tonight. This broke. So what I'm going to do is going to go through the chat, guys, and then I will go on to a little bit of breaking news I got tonight. Gallagher, what position does he play? 8. Don't say all. What's the point? Says very funny, Dermot. Daniel Levy is a garden gnome. No, that's just Nuno. He's the garden gnome, and always will be. We need to get rid of Dier, Højbjerg, Lo Celso, Emerson, Davis, Roden, Reguilon, Tantanga, and Spence. Daniela doesn't want a lot, does she? She really doesn't want a lot.
I think it's fair enough, though.
I think it's fair enough.
It's fair enough. Like Lo Celso is showing signs of redemption, but I'm not convinced yet. You know, like he had a good game, but you know he's been with us 4 years and he hasn't done a lot. So yeah, that list is pretty good, I think.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Though Lo Celso's grown on me, though. I must admit, he's grown on me.
Same here. But you know, we'll see how he goes.
He's not done yet, though. He's not done yet, though. He's got more to prove to me that he can be an Ange player, but he's grown.
Yeah, for sure.
Wilton McDonald. Good night, Dermot and Paul. 2 of my favourite YouTubers. Hello, Wilton.
Friday night, sleep well.
Yeah, that man's a legend, by the way. He threw a TV out the window once when Ian Walker made a cock up. He is a legend. He is a legend, this fella. Dave is saying, a big up to the Gallagher is being used as a smokescreen as we're working on a different target altogether. What does
we
Dave
think
know?
alike, David. We think alike, David.
What does Dave know? I don't know, because I know quite a lot. But what does Dave know? I don't know.
Maybe we're trying to con like Arsenal into paying 60 million for him, while we get some Wunder kid for 15 million or something like that. It's possible.
The best bit I heard yesterday was Harry Kane was on his way back to Tottenham in the summer.
Oh, was he?
Apparently.
That was quick.
Yeah, but also I'm hearing Shergar won the 320 at Chepstow as well.
Right.
Yeah. Anyone that doesn't know about Shergar, me and Paul know about Shergar. We know what we're talking about. Have a look on YouTube about Shergar. Yeah. Apparently, he was seen walking down the high street in Sydney today as well, with a beer in one hand. Yeah, with Elvis as well. They were going to the local bookies to put a few bets on. So that's how.
With Ivan Toney.
Yeah, he was leading the chase, by the way. But seriously, though, Paul, the question here is this. Are we going to go through all this now every summer window? Oh, Kane's on his way back to Tottenham when he was at Tottenham. Kane's leaving Tottenham. Do you know what I mean? Are we going to hear this?
We'll find out in 3 years, won't we?
Yeah. I don't think he'll ever come back to Tottenham, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Big up to GameStock as well. Love your YouTube picture. Look at the wolf there with the wife, blue and red eyes. That's cool. He says, I want Kulu and Saar to rotate the number 8. Yeah, exactly. We've got Chad's Fusion, Gallagher 6 to 8 here. If signing Bisa TH, we can do it all in January window. We can do it all. No, we can't. But we can do a certain amount and then push on in the summer window for sure. Ben, as we said, Pentacon 6. I want to see Lisao keep him going until the end of the season. Best of TV, Irish Hotspur is a legend. Well, that goes without saying.
Oh, well, you know.
Yeah. I mean,
stating the bleeding obvious there,
mate. It is stating the bleeding obvious. I mean, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him.
No, that's true. That's true. Me as well. Yeah.
He is the mothership of this channel. He's the mothership of your channel. He's like an alien force from nature, Dave. He's like, we're all behind him. He's like the leader. You know, we all follow Mr. Harris. Big up, Dave. Brother. What's the point? Says, if you take many mushrooms, you will end up in Australia with a long beard. LOL. I don't think that's very nice. And I think you owe Paul an apology for that. Anyway, Boris, maybe we'll go for the Andre, since his value is only 25 million euros, so 20 million quid. Arsenal pays 60 million for Gallagher.
That's it, man.
Yeah. But
that's
look,
it.
Man United bought Mason Mount for 100 million, right? One thing about Levy, we will not be conned. That's one thing about that. With Levy in charge, we'll never be conned for a player, to be fair.
Well, you know, it's not like, well, some of our purchases haven't been good, but I mean, Richarlison was the last big one. I'm getting excited about Richarlison now. I think he's playing well.
Do you know what, Paul? I've slagged him off so far this season, and I'm now one of his fans now.
Yeah,
I'm actually. There's still a lot to do, but
you know what I liked when he scored his goal. I think it's the first time I've seen him like smile.
Yeah.
After he scored a goal, other times he's scored a goal, it's been more like relief or something like that. Whereas this time he enjoyed it, and I think that's a good sign.
It is, but I don't think he's the striker to get you 15, 20 goals a season, but it may do if he gets a good run at it.
Well, he's got what, four in the last? Yeah. Is it 4 or 5?
Five in the last 4.
Yeah, well, you know, that's pretty good.
Yeah, especially with the FA Cup coming up as well. Daniel, sorry, how the earth could I forget the big famous Big Mac himself, Don Bele? He needs to be sold too. Paul was shaking his head at that, Daniel. No, he should.
Yeah, we never get ripped off, do we?
No, we don't. No.
Anyway, but that was a while ago, you know. So you know, I think Paul, things have changed a ton.
Let's just sweep this under the carpet and move on. We don't talk about him. We don't talk about Don Bele. We just pretend he's not in the ring. Yeah.
Yep, fair enough.
He's like the part of the family you don't talk to. Do you know?
Right.
He's the cousin.
So he can go out and have a steak dinner with Declan Rice.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
That
the
kind
traitor.
Of...
Yeah. Get the 3 traitors. Get Declan Rice and the other Egypt from Man City and Don Bele. The 2 traitors and Don Bele. Just let them go out and party. Just let them get on with it. Yeah. Anyway, what about Phillips from City? Cheaper option, very good player. That's not a bad shout, actually.
Yeah, he's been mentioned a couple of times, hasn't he? I just got the feeling it's going to be a player we've never heard of because no one had heard of Vicario. You know, Angie's very savvy with his scouting.
I can tell you one thing though, Pochettino, he's going to be sacked, by the way.
We're going to get him sacked.
Yeah, we are. Paratici is behind all of this winter window, by the way. I've been told his fingerprints are over everything.
Okay.
There you go. Daniela said it'd be so funny to see Kane not win a German trophy and buy in the season, but we win the FA Cup.
Now I've warmed. You know, I was a bit like that a few weeks ago, but because we're playing so well, I don't begrudge him. No, it's just an aeroplane. But you know,
it wasn't exciting of Doctor Who coming out and tell you, "Come here, Paul. I'll take you on the journey."
Yeah, and he took me to next year when we won the quadruple.
Yeah,
sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
Oh God, you just set off a new timeline now, Paul. Paul, what do you do that for? We're gonna win everything. If we don't bring back Greavesy, why Harry Kane? Greavesy left because the club let him go, but Harry Kane jumped ship. That's a very good point. That is a very good point, by the way.
Well, a friend of mine, his opinion, and I think there's some validity in this, is that Harry Kane did us a bit of a solid.
Yeah.
By getting such a big fee for him. You know, he could have stayed a year and gone wherever he wanted, had his pick of anywhere. So I don't really begrudge him, you know.
No, I don't begrudge him because he deserves to win something and then come back to us and break the Premier League record.
Yeah.
Hang on, got some breaking news. There's rumblings in Kildare. It's Dave with his hammer again. He's getting angry. You can see he's like Thor. He'll be coming after us, Paul. Shamusa, yeah, that is my go-to list, Daniela, this window. Good morning or good evening to El Taro Cockerel. Hey. Good evening, Dermot. And good morning, Paul. Apparently, what's the point? Said my mushrooms made me say it. Yeah, right. You don't deserve to be one of his fans, Dermo. Yeah, no, me and Boris Britt have this thing. He's caught me before slagging off Richie, and he thinks I don't deserve to be a Richie fan now.
It's
So
too late for you, Dermo.
yeah,
No, that's it. You can't change your mind, man.
no,
Flip flop.
that's yeah, I am on Richie. That is for sure. I
Oh,
think we'll
so
take.
am I. Oh,
Yeah, I think we may take. Who's that player? The final.
Bakayoko.
Yeah, player from final this window. That's not a bad shout, actually. That's not a bad shout, actually. He's a good player. Paul has no clue who he is.
Never. If they don't play for Tottenham,
That's the first time I've seen you.
so well done
over...
having me on a transfer window special, man. You're going to say these players. I don't know.
You're the first time I've seen you speechless on YouTube, Paul, by the way. That's the first time ever. Beast of the Tottenham Hotspur, we've done it. We've made Paul speechless.
My research goes as far. What I do on my channel with all these players is I just look for if they've got a higher sofa score than Eric Dier, which isn't that hard, and they've got to be taller than me, which is 185 centimeters, and then they're in. That's it. I don't care. So that's the other thing about Radu Dragusin. He's
a big lad.
6'4", something like that.
Yeah, he is.
Nice.
Elto Cockerell, hello to all your lovely people in the chat. Can I post the links? Yeah, of course you can. You can post it to wherever you like. I can send you the wolf. Yeah, send it. Our email is in the description below in the thing. So please, we don't talk about dumbbells around here. Don't always on about. Angie's making the fans fall in love with average players like Poch did. So very true. Imagine if we get the Japanese wonder kid for DM and it becomes a world-class sensation. I can see us. See us linked to Chelsea too. What's the point, Paul? That is what I'm worried about. Paratici's fingerprints being all over everything. Paratici's the Don. He's the Don. He would do no wrong. We've got Link is in the world. Dermot, we can't have Poch sacked before Chelsea are in the dust. That is so true. Elto, good morning, Dave. And then we've got Dermo, no flip-flopping from you, mate. Richie said you cannot ride in his coattails. Oh, damn.
He don't want you, man.
Oh, I don't care. I don't care. And I don't care at all. Doesn't bother me. I don't begrudge Harry Kane. His earnings, just his loyalty. The modern day player are not loyal, and that's my beef. Well, no, I agree with you. Right, Paul, before we end off this little special show, a little bit of breaking news. Not for Chelsea are in trouble, but not for FFP. It's for what happened on the Abramovich era. And investigating things that happened under ownership. However, Nottingham Forest are being investigated for FFP as well.
Wow.
So
they're all at it, aren't they?
Yeah, they're all at it. Peter McCormack, OBE, is in charge of investigating all FFP matters and the Chelsea situation. He is deemed as the best sports lawyer in the world. And the last bit of news I got, guys, is that the investigation can still take a while, but there's still a chance that Tottenham could be punished for it, but it would have to be watertight. For what I'm hearing, the Premier League cannot. They have to read. This is going to be a long investigation, so I don't think it will affect us. But Chelsea, Man United, Chelsea and Man City are hearing Everton are going to be done again. Nottingham Forest are going to be deducted 10 points, but Chelsea and Man City could be next season before they're deducted any points, which I don't think is right, Paul, in my opinion. Before we finish off here.
Yeah, I don't get it. You know, the Premier League make the rules, don't they? So if they're sure, they should be kicked out. If they've been Man City's 115 charges or whatever, kick him out, man. Kick him out. Do a Rangers on them.
Yeah, exactly. The Irish says centre back, then centre back, and then the centre midfield, the player in the forward area in that order. I agree with you, Dave.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with that, man. Yeah, me too.
I agree with that.
Speaking of those teams, I reckon we could get an interesting little hat trick this year. So we've got Steve Cooper, the sack from Nottingham Forest. I reckon when we beat Manchester United 5-0, then Ten Hag's gone. Yeah. And then when we play Chelsea and beat them, Pochettino. So we could get 3 managers sacked this year. How about that?
Isn't it funny, though, that Man United beat us to get rid of Nuno? How nice would it be to return the favour?
Oh, beautiful.
It would. It really would. Well, listen, Paul, we've got the FA Cup course coming up on Friday. Before we finish, where you can plug your channel as well. It's a great channel. I love watching you, Paul, and you're a great addition to the Spurs community. I love you to bits. You're like a brother to me. You really are. I've got a lot of time for you as well. And anyone pisses this man off, you got me to deal with. You leave him alone.
It's hard to piss me off, man. I mean, now and then, but you know.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I like your channel. That's why I'm very selective where I go these days. You know.
Yeah.
Can't be bothered with it all.
Yeah. The brown envelopes will be in the post to you at the end of this stream.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. It's done now. But Paul, FA Cup, can we? Will we? Will Anne's needs go Old Trembley as Spurs go back to Wembley?
I think we've got a shot, haven't we? We've got a shot. Yeah. I'd like to see some of the kids play against Burnley. I don't think Burnley will be playing their first 11 because they're focused on not being relegated. And I'd like to see some kids. And if it doesn't work out, I think it's different to previous years. I know some people might say, "Oh, we're prioritising top 4 over cups," which we have done in the past.
Yeah.
But I think this is different. We've got a shot at the title this year, and I don't want to give up on that. But it'd be nice to see Dorrington and Donnelly. Then we could see them in action, see what stage they're at, and if they're going to be useful in the league campaign.
Oh, yeah, that's true, Dave. Look, it is what it is. If he doesn't want me supporting him, that's fine. But still, that's it.
Richarlison he's got a scorched earth policy, mate.
Yeah, I know he has. But big up, Dave. And Philip B said Tottenham Hotspur. Phillips to start at least. Yeah, exactly. Look, we beat Burnley in 1962 to win the FA Cup. It could be a year of meeting people in the FA Cup. When we won it in 81, we never played outside of London when we won the FA Cup, apart from the semi-final in Sheffield when we played in Sheffield Wednesday's ground in 81, then won the replay against Wolves at Highbury. Yeah. I can see it now. Garth Cook's just running there. Crooks is through. Tottenham
that ball from Hoddle, man. That should be illegal. Doing things like that with a football.
Yeah, it's like that should be an over 18 video, Paul. Some of them passes, but they should be just made illegal. But look, Paul, thank you so much for coming on. I really do appreciate it. I know it's early in the morning for you guys over there, Paul, and I really appreciate you taking time out of your busy morning to spend nearly an hour with me. So I'm really grateful. So
that's cool, man. It's fun.
Where can people find you, sir?
You can find me at the Hotspur Hippie. Hotspur Hippie. It's the only psychedelic soccer show on the internet. I don't know much about football, but we have a bit of a giggle. It's light-hearted. I'd say that.
Yeah.
Not very serious.
Yeah. Okay, and we've got Dave's. We've got go through some of this. Please, everyone, go over there. And if Paul sends me his link, I'll stick his link in the description as well.
I can't on my phone.
Well, you can do it when you get home anyway.
Oh, hang on. I can't. I don't know. Yeah, bugger it. I don't know.
Send it to me when you get home, and I'll stick it in anyway. And Tequila will put the link in order because Tequila puts the link in for other channels, so we'll put you link and Dave's link in as well. All I can say about Richie is he's good and be not on the receiving end of a pigeon dance. Poo.
Carl says, I like David's David's pigeon dance, man.
This is my pigeon dance now. There you go. Work needs to be done to it. I know I need to improve my pigeon dance. I will work on it, I promise. Dermot, I spoke to Richie. He said you can follow him if you get a matching tattoo. Oh, Carl very kindly put you. Carl is one of the mods here. He put your link in the channel as well. So everyone,
thanks,
please get over there to the Hotspur Hippie, the best psychedelic on the channel on YouTube. We've got Carl Simpson. We've got Dave saying, Shamu, it brings me joy every time I get to do it. I know it's brilliant. Davey Richie said, if you buy a T-shirt that says "I love Richarlison" and walk around like a pigeon for 5 minutes, he consider membership.
Oh,
okay. I'm going over to Tottenham, so on the 10th of February. So you never know what I might come back with, Dave.
Oh, what game are you going for?
The Brighton game.
Oh, revenge.
I'm yet to see a goal score at Tottenham and a win.
Oh, no.
I know. It's going to be one day. I don't know. I don't know why I'm doing it, but it's a birthday present for me, so I'm grateful.
Oh, very
LOL.
nice.
Yeah, I've woken up in the house a few times saying "prue, prue, motherfucker." There you go. We've got Beats of the Heats. That's a great hat. It's the '87 hat, isn't it? Wembley Cup final hat, isn't it?
I think we started wearing this kit, I think maybe in '85, because they didn't sort of change the kit every 6 months back then. It lasted a couple of years, this one. But
I love that. That was my first top, by the way, that '85 top.
Yeah. There was the first top I bought with my own money, yes.
2 out of 10. I'll take that.
That's all right.
Prue. Yeah, it is. Dave's been very generous with his scoring there. Fair play.
Yeah.
The pigeon there from Daniela, and Carl says, as you're going, Richie wants to see you streaking at a game, then you're in. I would like to come back home to Ireland afterwards, so I don't think I'll be doing that. Anyway, Paul, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you guys for watching me all today. I can't thank you enough for the support you show this channel, guys, and the support you show me and Philip as well. Dave as well has been in the house. I want to thank Carl for coming in such a late hour, Daniela, Dave, who else popped in? We've got the Beast of TH, big up Surf of Jumping in, Jazz Fusion as well, Shamu, Wilton McDonald, Eltel Cockerell. We've got Wilton, what's the point? Boris Spink, have Boris Spirit. We've got Game Cock EN, and then I think that's about it. But listen, thank you all, and I do appreciate all the support you show me. Me and Philip both do, and thank you so much indeed. And the last few minutes here before we go, we've got Beast attempt as well. We're all the same mindset that we can beat any team in the league, even with our second team. Exactly. Yeah, and then we've got Shamu. Right. We need to see Ange do a pigeon dance. That would be go-to Richie winner at home against the Gooners. Exactly. Daniela Zito. Thank you, Dermot and Paul. No, thank you for taking the time out to watch. We couldn't do this without you guys. We were talking to ourselves. And you take your time out of your busy days or busy nights, even at 12:30 at night, to come and watch a little old me who knows fuck all about football, Paul who knows everything about football.
I know even less than you, man. Your finger's on the pulse.
Some fucking something there ain't the pulse. I don't know what it is on. Hello.
I've got tree shit falling on me. Don't know what that was.
That was a pigeon. That was for Charleston.
No, it wasn't. It was a leaf. God, I was worried there.
That brought you good luck during the day, Paul. Anyway,
I don't need that sort of good luck.
And now, I would just like to say something. This is Pochettino at home at the moment, thinking about Chelsea and what he's going to do about Gallagher and Tottenham. You know, you can just hear him in the background. That's not stop crying. He just cannot. Do you know what? That's Arteta as well, by the way.
Sounds like Rory Jennings.
Yeah. And Paul, this is for you coming on. You crack a joke. You're the funniest man on YouTube. Oh. And then we've got a new thing as well, which we use for this is the VAR talking to each other during the Liverpool game last night when the two Liverpool players dived. This was VAR.
Oh, dude. What a bottle job.
Yeah.
What a bottle job that second guy was. He could have scored and he went down. What an idiot.
Yeah. Apparently, Anthony Taylor's got his name changed by Deepole now to Anthony I Love Liverpool Taylor.
Yep.
But on that bombshell, on that breaking news, we are going to end this. Paul, thank you so much for coming on. Guys, thank you for watching. I am back tomorrow, of course, at 4:00 with Newsbeat, the Spurs transfer show, with more news, more transfer stuff. And then tomorrow, I'm having the night off tomorrow night. And then Thursday, we're back with Newsbeat, the roundtable discussion, all your build up to the Burnley game. We've got the Burnley watch along. And then on Saturday, we're back with the Cockle Clock podcast and also loads of stuff as we gear up for another week of building up to Manchester United. Whatever you do, please take care of yourself. Love one another. Be kind to one another. We are Tottenham. We are the best. Just give us a big come on you Spurs, Paul, before we go.
Come on you Spurs.
And I'm going to say very quietly, come on you Spurs. Up Ange in trust. Woohoo.